Hello, this is Crystal Marshall from Marshall Studio Photography. So we went to the beach today, and I'm going to show you just a few photos of my very favorite ones. People think that photographers, they always take good photos. Okay, that is just absolutely a lie, because I started with 293 photos, and I'm only keeping 93 photos. And I'm only going to post about maybe 70 photos to online or social media. So that is such a small percentage of photos that I took. And the reason why I'm only doing such a small amount is because I'm just so picky with my photos. Okay, so for example, let's go to the library function so I can show you them. Alright, so we went to the beach today. These are just some setting up the scene shots. My son, me at the beach. Now, I know this is a really crappy Photoshop job, but I just did this really quick. I actually had my son's foot right here. I was baby carrying, and my son's foot got in the photo, so I had to really quickly Photoshop that out. I'm going to do a better job, but I just wanted to show you really quick. The reason why my photos are really blurry in the background is honestly the lens I'm using. So here we go. Here's my Nikon D610 that I brought to the beach today. I also have a Nikon D7000, which is a really great camera, and I also have a Nikon D3100, which are also really great cameras. Now, for any camera you're going to have, you're going to need to have a 50mm like this, or a 35mm if you're just starting out. I can put some links on the bottom to see where where you could buy those. But why do you use something like this and not a kit lens? Is because you're not going to get on a kit lens these beautiful, beautiful blurry backgrounds that you're going to use on a prime lens, which is like a 50mm or 35. Why? Is because a prime lens and has a huge opening to allow a lot of natural, beautiful light to come in. Tip number one when shooting at the beach, always put your subjects back to the beach, okay? Don't usually, I was literally in the water, like 3 feet in the water, up to my knees, shooting all these photos. Okay, so you just can't be afraid of getting wet. People might think I was crazy, like trying to get my camera. I was baby carrying while shooting photos while 3 feet in the water, okay? But I'm very tall. I'm 5'9", so the water didn't even like touch my son. So don't worry about that. But anyway, so I was literally in the water right here, shooting down. Now my husband had the baby for this shot, so don't worry, the baby didn't get hurt or anything. So here we are. Let's see some before and afters. Go to the develop module. Okay, this is what came out of my camera. This is what I did to it. Same with this one. Okay, so what you're going to see online for photographers is not what they really shot. I mean, a real photographer is not going to show you what came out of their camera, which was this. Okay, this is what came out of my camera. This is what I'm posting. So it really makes a big difference to edit your photos and to make sure that you are, as a photographer, only posting your best work. Okay, this was our kite. Let's see if I can see. This is another example of a prime lens here. The prime lenses allow you to blur out so much going on. Now, let me show you something. I'm going to make a copy of it. I'm going to show you what really came out of my camera. Okay, this is what really came out of my camera, and I cropped my husband's hand out of it. Okay, so again, a perfect example of I'm only posting, I'm only showing what I really, really, really like. Alright, how did I get the rainbow in the photo? It was me shooting into the sun and me nearly blinding myself doing this, because I had to like literally look into my viewfinder while shooting, and I saw that rainbow. So that was from the lens, allowing a beautiful rainbow to appear. Now, This is interesting because a lot of professional photographers don't like to have stuff like that in their photo. Like, it's considered like a flaw, but I personally think it's really a cool artistic thing. So this is a good example of me not shooting it with my subjects back to the sun. You get some really harsh shadows here, but I kind of like it because it creates a really nice black and white effect. Again, sometimes it's okay to break the rules. Okay. The kite in the air, very nice. Now, this is another example of showing you what didn't really happen. Okay, this is what really was in my camera. This right here. This was in my camera. Okay, it's okay. But you see my big shadow. I cropped myself out. I probably could have cropped these people out, but I kind of like that there are some people in the background. This is an example of a really cool angle, but honestly, it's really creepy to see the kite here. I may or may not keep this. Okay, this one, let me show you before and after, because honestly, this is what my husband took. This is how dark it was. This is why either one, paying somebody to take your photos, or two, buying thousands of dollars worth of gear like I have, and knowledge and training to create that image. Okay, this could never be saved on a phone. This could never be this on a phone. Okay, this is why important. Asking somebody to take your photos, paying big money for somebody to take your photos, and or buying $10,000 worth of gear like I have, this is what you get, okay? So when people are like, oh, you know, photography is so expensive, or I'm just going to take pictures with my phone, it's okay, I'm going to document my kid's life on a phone. No, 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 no. So, very important. You can't get that photo on a phone. I don't care how expensive your iPhone is, iPad is, whatever. It's never going to make that kind of photo. So, just letting you know, that's why photography is expensive. Okay. My daughter being silly. I kind of like that one as a black and white one. Let's see here. Boom. Very nice. So here we go. So those are just some quick photos of what I took today at the beach. This was before, this was after. Again, that was Photoshop. That doesn't really happen in real life. I think the funniest request I ever got was from a mom who said, oh, can you take my daughter's senior photo at the beach at sunset? Okay, so this is sunset here. A lot of people that take sunset photos, they're going to be so dark. The only way that you can get your subject to be really lit and then have the beautiful sunset in the background is if you have a team of people holding up all these flashes and lights flashing at the senior. And so you have this beautiful sunset, but then you have this studio light hitting them. Okay, this does not happen in real life. I had to tell her, well, do you want to pay for me to have an assistant come and to have all these studio flashes with batteries and everything that I have to bring? Or do you just want to go to the beach? She's like, oh, I just want to go to the beach. Okay, so I don't think people realize how much work goes into a photo like that if you had a senior there or a subject there. Okay, so some pointers of how to get good photos, especially at the beach. Like I said, get a prime lens, like so. Another suggestion would be learning how to shoot on the M function. A lot of people go over here to the green function, which is automatic. You're not going to get the photos like you saw today, shooting automatic, because the flash is going to pop up every single time. I can't get the flash up because I don't have a battery in. But anyway, this flash that pops up is going to come up every time if you use automatic. Okay, the flash, no, I didn't use any flash today. It was all natural light, and learning how to use natural light, especially at the beach, is very difficult, but is very rewarding. Okay, so using the M function, learning how to do that. If you're not comfortable doing that, you can start off doing presets, or you can learn to use the A function, which is aperture, which is basically like you're just changing one thing, where manual are changing like 6 things. Okay, so that is just some quick tips of how your camera takes photos, what the secret sauce is of why photographers' photos look so good. And honestly, you know, I didn't start off like this. I've been doing this for like 5 years. So do not be discouraged. You keep shooting. Keep being critical of your work. The more I did it, the more critical of my work I have been. I've developed an eye for detail and for what needs to come out, what needs to be added. So again, this is Crystal Marshall from Marshall Studio Photography, and keep shooting. Thank you very much.